Join Animal Connections and renowned pet psychic Nicole Elizabeth as she connects with your pets both living and past to deliver messages and receive answers to your questions. Here now is your host, Nicole Elizabeth.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Spirit Realm Network and welcome to the show of Animal Connections. I'm your host, Nicole Elizabeth, and tonight for everyone on 8 p.m. Eastern Time, it is the 13th of February 2025. So tonight I'm here to give everyone free readings for animals. So I'm going to actually monitor the chat. So if you pop over to the spiritrealm.net and hop on to the live shows, there will be a chat box. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't show that we can show photos yet, but that may be coming. But there will be a function at some point to add photos. It doesn't matter. We can do it without photos. They're just a bonus for everyone who's watching to see everyone's beautiful pets. It's definitely not necessary. It's just a little bonus, I guess. So tonight, if everyone who's watching on different platforms, if you can pop over to the Spirit Realm Network, which is on the spiritrealm.net, and join the chat, and that way I can interact with you because I'll be monitoring the chat. I haven't actually looked at the Facebook page, so if you are on Facebook, you will need to pop over to the network. Okay, so that being said, let's see if we have some people to interact with and to do some readings. Now, one thing I am going to mention, though, before I start, is there is a pet that had something to do with injury here, this part. So this affects the neck and also the chest. So it feels like I actually have an injury here and it made it difficult to breathe. So if that's someone that's joining the chat now or someone who's going to watch the replay later, please let me know because I can feel it in my body. So that's how I get the information. I feel it in my body. So there was someone who there's definitely it actually it feels like a crushing pain in my body. Now, the reason why they bring this through is not because they're feeling that now. They can put it on me and they can take it off. And it's more just to show you that that's who I'm connecting with. So if that is you, please pop it in the chat and we can then connect with your pet. So I can see Neens has popped a message in and Rochelle. And so I will get to both of your messages. And if anyone from production is watching, is it possible to please enable the plus sign so we can add the photos in? That would be awesome. Okay, so Neens, let me just have a look. You want to know if your boy Rudy, aka Tootie Toot, knows that I'm sorry for the way he's passed. Gosh, I wonder if it's him that's got that pain. It feels like a crushing pain on my chest. Okay, I'm going to write this down. So guys, I like to write and keep my body busy so my mind can receive the messages. So it's Neens and Rudy Toot Toot. Rudy Toot Toot. I can hear the song Life in the Fast Lane for Rudy Toot Toot, Life in the Fast Lane. So I have a feeling that this Rudy was quite energetic, always kept you on your toes. Obviously had a lot of fun chasing things. But I'm in distance. Almost as if you go, you kind of have to wait for Rudy to come back. That's what I'm feeling with Rudy Toot Toot. Let me see what else I'm getting. This is a quick passing, wasn't it? Because it feels like it just feels like this slam, like that's where the energy stops, and it feels like it was a quick passing, and it just feels like, say if I'm holding their life in my hands, it's slipping through my hands. That's how I see things. So I'm very a visual person, and I see very much the symbols and symbolic images, and it feels like it's just I feel like you couldn't do something. I feel like you tried but you couldn't, and that's why you're feeling so much guilt around Rudy Toot Toot's passing. And almost as if when Rudy was passing, because I do feel like the life force draining out of my body, interestingly enough, it's going down this way. So that's a quick draining for me when it comes this way. So I feel like Rudy Toot Toot, I just love that name, is very much aware of the quick passing, that you weren't able to do something. It just feels like it just stopped. But that doesn't mean that. Let me have a look. Why is it showing me crayons? That's weird. Crayons. How do they connect to crayons? Almost as if there's a child or someone that's drawn Rudy, like with a crayon. It looks like a child drawing Rudy after Rudy passed. Someone knew this dog, and was drawing Rudy as if that was a confirmation. I wonder if you have seen that come through, because I'm seeing a kid's sketch come through, and it's like this child is aware of Rudy. And that was a sign for you, just to let you know that I'm okay. So if you are watching, oh, hang on, there's a chat, see if that's it. Hey, Madam May May Mama. Everyone, Madam May May Mama is in the house. So everyone say hello to Madam May May. She's Madam May May's mama. She's gone through a lot in the last couple of weeks. So Neens, if you're in the chat or watching on Facebook, and it may be that you joined previously and not around now, and that's okay. And if that's the case, if I don't get a response, that's totally fine. I'll leave it here because you'll be able to watch it on the replay. But that's what I'm feeling from Rudy. And for me, Rudy Toot Toot's bringing through an understanding of I just keep getting the word inability to help, because there just was nowhere to help. So an understanding that I am aware that was the reason, like you couldn't help, and not through fault of your own. So that's why I would try and release that guilt. You don't have to hang on to that and you're sorry for the way he passed, because he understands now. Oh, she was having trouble joining again. Thanks, Rochelle, for that. Okay. So if anyone from our production team is watching, there is no sign to add photos. Just thought I'd let you know. And if Neens does hop on after or a little bit later, then we can connect and go through what Rudy was mentioning. But I am getting the feeling from Rudy that I need you to know that I understand. So therefore, there's no reason to hold on to that from Rudy's perspective. So I hope that helps you. What else do we have coming through? It's a shame the button's not there for photos, because I would like everyone to see some of the signs that Rochelle gets from her Stewie almost daily. And I'd like to show the signs so everyone out there can see what sort of signs you can get from your past pets. So to sort of normalize signs as well. Okay, so Rochelle, for your mum today, yes, Valentine's message to everyone who's not in the US and who's in Australia. It is Valentine's Day today, so that's why Rochelle's mentioning a Valentine's message. Her cat had to be put to sleep. Her cat who had to be put to sleep showed up on her doorstep over 20 years ago. Never knew how old she actually was. Sorry, I'm paraphrasing there. And can't add the photo. That's okay. We can work without the photo. That's totally fine. Ooh. It's no coincidence that Madam May May's mom is here, because I'm feeling with Rochelle, your mum, there had to be something to do with kidneys, because I'm getting that same dryness in my mouth that I would get with May May. So May May's still hanging around, Madam May May's mama. Okay. What are we getting? Now, what's the question? Showed up on her doorstep. Okay, this is what I wanted to check with you. You say doorstep, but I'm seeing more of like a place where I can sit. You know, it's more than just a doorstep, because I feel like that's where almost your mum's scent was, and that's what this cat was finding. Okay. More of a porch type area, because that's what I'm seeing outside that the cat saw. And I also am getting that this cat that showed up was scoping the area, because I feel like this cat was actually left behind from a previous owner in the area and was around the area living an okay life. I'm not seeing too much trouble. I'm just seeing that very lonely. And I feel like that's what drew this cat to your mum. There was this essence of needing each other, and cats are huge energy readers. So that's what I'm feeling was the reason why. Oh, that makes sense. Valentine's Day, to fill that spot in her heart. She'd watched your mum as well. Yeah, it goes part of the scoping, checking out, recon visits, all that sort of stuff. I feel like this cat was doing that with your mum. And so what looked like almost just random was not random by this cat, because I feel like this cat was quite, what's the word? Protective of her own, because she had to be, but not nasty, not how you would expect, especially not to your mum. Oh, so Rochelle's commented that her mum had little table and chairs on her porch. There you go. So there's the porch. That's probably where she was scoping out your mum. And yes, kidneys. So that makes sense why I needed the water. So this cat did have kidney issues. So there you go, Madam Maymay's mama. My Maymay's still turning up to help other cats. So I hope that helps you as well. Okay, so oh, okay, Neens has jumped on. Okay, I'll go back over Rudy for you, Neens. But so with the cat that turned up, okay, guys, you'll be able to post your pics now. Just messages come through. Oh, it's Frank. That's the name. I love that name. Oh, it feels like, did she name this cat after Frank Sinatra? It feels like that energy. That's so cute. Okay. Message from Mama. So we had the kidneys. There we go. Now it's coming through. That's good. All right. Okay, so what I want to say with Rochelle and for your mum's cat, just to recap, it did have kidney issues, there was a porch, and was scoping out your mum. I am getting the sense in the message for your mum, and I actually feel like this cat was older than Maymay, older than, older, like old. Like Maymay's, to give you like a range, Maymay kept telling me she always wanted to get to 21, and I actually feel like this cat was a little bit older, like 1 or 2 years older than that. So this is an old cat, but wasn't feisty to your mum. And I feel like they sat out on the porch and had a lot of good times together, and I feel like this cat wants to just come through and say that he appreciates the time they spent together, because not only did he find the true person that he was meant to be with, they had many years together. And oh my God, Maymay keeps popping in. It feels like it's because this cat was looked after just as well as Madam Maymay. And for all of you who don't know, I'm talking Gold Star, 5-star hotel looking after. And I just want to, feel like Frank wants to come through and I picked the right person, and I needed that love in my heart. So I hope that makes sense for your mum. So what else do we have here? Okay, so now we can post pictures. We think you're at least 25. Yes, I do feel like that is a very good guess because he was decent. And he woke her up at 3 a.m. for tuna. Oh my gosh. Well, there's that 5-star ding-a-ling-ling bell. So Madam May's mum, I know that I have a feeling Madam May is going to come through, and all pets that are similar to the way she was looked after, she's going to be my symbol now for that. So there you go. So we'll just pop back to Neens and Rudy. I was hearing Life in the Fast Lane. Felt that Rudy Toot Toot was quite the very obviously very active and would go off and explore and race off, and always on Rudy's terms to come back. Would, but just on Rudy's terms. And also I was getting an image of crayons, like someone, like a child or someone drew a picture of Rudy after Rudy passed, and that was a sign for you. And I wonder if you saw that. I really did, because I was seeing crayons. So that's a very quick overview, but I hope that helps. And you were crying over here because you entered with a chat when you said Rudy understands. Oh yes, that was the other thing too. Sorry, let me go over it fully. I was getting very quick. I was feeling like the life force energy draining out of my body and almost slipping through my fingers. And it was an understanding that Rudy knew that you couldn't help because you weren't able to help because nothing was going to help. And that's where the understanding comes from, because Rudy can see it now and understand it now, that it doesn't take our pain away because we're here and they're there. They understand it all. And from my near-death experience, it is so peaceful over there. Sometimes it's very difficult for people to want to come back. But I don't feel like Rudy had the choice. It was done. And that's where I'm feeling with Rudy. Oh my God, I just uploaded every photo of my phone. Okay. You've got beautiful nails. Maybe production can, if possible, can take those photos down. Means it's fine. These things happen. Okay. Oh, look at this beautiful baby. Hi, Nicole. I'd love to hear from my honey. Heidi. Oh, my goodness. Yes, you made it. I love this. Okay. So Heidi and Honey are beautiful. And Honey is she's a French bulldog, isn't she? Yet strangely didn't like the water or the beach that much. Oh, my God. And every time I see Honey, I'm getting this, like, almost my whole back end is just wiggling and just so happy. I'm still writing, accidentally pushed it. That's okay. Well, I'll let you pop your message in. But did you end up getting that tattoo? There's the question. And maybe you can pop that in the chat, because I feel like I'm checking in on that. Like Honey's checking in on that. Means it's totally cool. These things happen. And no one's going to see the chat after anyway, so don't worry. That's why I read it out so people can watch in the replay. Okay, so Heidi, you pop questions in. Oh, there are some messages. Sorry, guys, if I missed any messages. I can see there's one from Mish. Happy Friday. Our new soul in our colony, we named Buster. I'm wondering what his background is. This beautiful soul. Wow, look at him. He's beautiful. I'm obsessed with cats, guys. Okay, Buster. So I'll wait for your message, Heidi, and then I will connect with Buster. It's interesting. As soon as I'm getting a pain on this side of my chest with Buster. So I am concerned that he may have taken a knock. That's the sort of pain I'm feeling. And it could be, no, it's definitely here. Nope, that's okay. No, Buster, show me that. It's just there. So he must have taken a knock on his right side somehow, because that's where I'm feeling a little bit of pain. And it's muscular pain at the moment. So it's whatever there was there, like an impact, it's healing, bruises muscular pain in that side. Oh, what have you done? Come on, chat. Let me connect to Buster. Okay. Is there a park? The reason I ask you is because I'm seeing Buster has this almost a den that looks like near a park. There's an area where there's a lot of, and that's why I know because you live in the suburbs. So I'm asking if it's a park because there's a dense bit of trees that I'm seeing, but there's like a den. That den that I'm seeing, it's a den. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And there are others there. Like almost as if Buster's a dad and he's aware of it. I hear king. It's almost like, no, I'm the king. I think he likes to think that. Let me just see where my messages are at. Oh, why are we stuck? Come on, messages. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on any. So Mish, there's something to do with there's younger babies still around somewhere in the colony, because that's what he's referring to. There's still younger babies somewhere around that he knows of, and he's possibly the father or little, not quite neonates, a bit older than that. They're hidden. They're hidden away. It almost feels like there's a hoarder or something around the area, and that's what I'm getting too. Like it feels like no, what's that? It's in the back. There's an area. Okay, so what I'm getting is in the back of a property, and this is my pen's just run out. This is where I feel like this is where the trees are. We're at the back of a property and there's some fence pails that are out and there's some more cats there. And it feels like I can go through it. And it's an area that most people don't go, obviously, because that's where they've hidden it. It's safe for them, but he's bringing that up. But he does have a safe den. But he also has quite a few of them. I'm seeing it. We're rotating between three. It's almost as if he has 3 families around the area. How many colony cats do you have around there? What are they doing? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, so Mish has commented. So I'll read this out so everyone can hear on the replay. So there is a creek, there is a little park, so that's confirmation of that. And there is a larger park on the other side of the freeway. I feel like there's a way under the freeway. He's not traveling over it, he's under it. So this could be a way to slip under, and there may be little spots underneath it somehow. I don't know how this works, but that's what I'm seeing. Where are we? He may, he may very well be part of another colony. There are a huge number of cats over there. Okay. And as you know, Mish, males have a bigger territory than the females in colonies. You might go for a walk. They sound maybe 4 weeks old. Yeah, yes, they're not, I wouldn't put them older than that. Because a 5-week-old can sort of defend for themselves, and they're not quite there yet, but they're not neonates. So like eyes are open. So between, I guess 2? No, they're a bit older than. So between 3 and 4. I wouldn't go as high as 6. No, that's too big. Oh, it might be the abandoned house that Tux was. That could make a lot of sense. Okay, guys, so if you can see the plus sign, you can post your photos. So please do that for your free reading, and I'll monitor the chat so I can I'll keep connecting with people until there's another pet to connect with. So if you want a reading, please don't wait. Just pop it in, and then now I can get to you. It's just the easiest way for me to redirect me, because I'm a little bit like a dog in that aspect, and I'm like, oh, squirrel. So I can get very easily distracted. Okay, so I can see if you come through. So Mish, to wind this one up, I have a feeling that, well, Buster there's at least 3 spots. He's referring to babies. Check that property near where Tux was found, because I do feel like it's that like what you mentioned actually matches up with the description. And look for more babies. I do feel Mum is around though, but it's just I wanted to make mention of those ones in particular. So I feel like he's missing them, and or just wants to know how they are. So if you find them, explain it to him, and he'll be very happy with that. Now, where have we got Heidi? I want to see. Okay, Heidi. So Heidi has Honey. Heidi, I want to see if Honey can help me with this mental battle. If she has any messages for me around her passing, I'm just so sorry to her, and worried if I made a mistake and should have done better. Now, I know exactly what you're talking about. Others may not, but I do. Oh, Heidi, were you here in the very beginning? Now that makes sense. The airway, that's what I was feeling. And it felt like it was a crushing feeling. Now that makes sense. It was Honey. Okay. Well, there you go. Honey was here from the very beginning. Oh, and now I'm starting to clench my jaw. I can, okay. She's bringing me to the table she was on. I know you'll understand this. Some people may not, but I know you will understand this. She's bringing me to the table that you were on. She was on, sorry, not you were on. Well, you were there with her in spirit for sure. And it's more the feeling that what she's saying to me is you're concerned that she wanted to fight and you gave up on her. And that's what you're struggling with the most. It's because you felt like, in a sense, you let her down. And what I'm saying and what I was feeling today is she wouldn't have made it. Because I don't know if you saw what I was saying in the beginning it was all here. And I know she had tubes in her throat, but it was that, and I know it was her throat now. Makes sense where you're on here. She was not going to make that surgery. I know this is what you feel guilty about because you didn't do the surgery, but she was not going to make that. And as you know, I won't tell you what I think you want to hear. I'll tell you what I'm getting. Yes, I was. Okay, so you would have heard that. And yes, she used to wiggle her sassy bottom down the street. I'm like, sure she did. Yes, you got the tattoo. You got 2 and want more. I'll do it. Absolutely. I love that. Okay, so that's great confirmation. So I feel like what Honey is saying, like that cherry blossom's coming up again. Why is the cherry blossom coming up? I feel like a sense of healing will have that cherry blossom tattooed on you with her, unless that's one of the tattoos you've got. And I'm still feeling a crushing pain in my chest. So one thing that she wants to, so you're worried if you made mistakes. I know why too, because you feel like it wasn't the right vet, the right. You're questioning why, but in reality, the only way that it's going to feel better is if she's with you. And at the end of the day, you would have spent all that money on that surgery. And I know it's not about money, but I just want to let you know, you would have spent all that money on throat surgery for her and it would have failed. And you would have put her through more pain. Not that you put her through pain, but that's how you would have seen it. And see, I can feel it in here. It's like I'm closing into. It's just, and it's more now I'm feeling it in my, so this is where you're feeling it in your head, because this is a daily battle for you. And I know it's been a while and there's no set time where you need to get over it, because you don't need to get over it, but she wants you to help you get through it. She's bringing up the unit as well. I know you don't want to move, but she keeps bringing that up. And it is, oh, yes, it is the year of the snake, which is fresh beginnings. Okay. Just checking, because there are 2 messages here, I believe. And I want to make sure I get to them as well. Okay. I want you to write that letter to Heidi. I feel like you have, but it feels like to me that you really do need to get it out. You need to get it out of your system, and you need to go to that same beach you took her to. Now, she wasn't one that really liked the water, but she was one that liked the attention. And I want you to go to that area, because I do feel like what she's saying, there is a change coming for you, and it feels like there is a change of address. And you may be going, no, I don't want to move, but I do feel like there's something coming for you in relation to that. And I feel like you need to be able to let go, because it's not the place that she's stuck in. She's with you. And you move forward with her. You're not leaving her behind. And I feel like that's something you're battling with as well, because that's what she's bringing through. So write the letter to her, get it all out, because if you hold on to that energy, you're going to end up physically sick, and you're probably going to end up with breathing problems, because that's where we hold all our grief, and we don't want that to happen. And you have so much more. Like, I know you're not in the position to rescue another dog at the moment because it's too tough, but I feel like she's going to bring the right one to you. It's never going to replace her, but it is going to be a way to help you heal. So big message from her is that it wouldn't have mattered what you ended up doing, because that surgery, and I know you know which surgery I'm talking about, was not going to fix the problem. It was just going to prolong the ending. So I hope that helps with a few of your what if questions, because that's what I feel like you're going over and over and over and over again. And that's not something she wants for you. So please let me know in the comments if that makes sense. Thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to read this out so people that are watching on the replay or on Facebook and can't see these messages. So Heidi said she has concerns about before the end. If there was a chance we could have taken a different path before we got to that end part and surgery. And you do not need to apologize, and you do not need to shut up now. That was your last sentence, and you do not need to. So there you go. That's what I feel like she was saying. She just wants to help you put those concerns out of your mind, because they're what if concerns, and what ifs don't exist. So there we go. So we've got a couple of other dogs. Raylene, is this Raylene that has oh my goodness, I was thinking about her the other day. Why has her name escaped my memory? See guys, I can't remember everyone loves her. She was actually a dog actor. If it is, please pop in the message. Anyway, Walter, what do we have for Walter? Sorry, I snorted then when I looked at his photo. Walter Raylene, Walter. Is this the rescue pup that has something to do with issues with toileting inside the house? Possession of a couch, possessiveness of a couch. But there's this fenced area that I'm running around throwing, like you play with this dog in this fenced area close to the house, not too far away, as in we're not Paris. That's who I'm thinking of. Paris. Oh, I just looked at the chat. There it is, Paris. I don't know, the message is the same time as you wrote it in the chat. Everyone loves Paris. I think I've got the saying right. Oh my gosh, it is. I love this. Okay. Up higher in the comments. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm missing your comments. I don't mean to. And Kari, I will get to you. This is Scout. And if you have any questions to Scout, please let me know. Let me see where if I've missed. I don't want to miss your chats. I'm sorry. I am looking for it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just looking for the message. It's taking too long. I may have to get you to retype it. Sorry. I don't want to like hold everyone up. Great retooling and do play with Walter. Okay. Up higher in comments. There we go. Okay. So what does Walter want to bring through? Oh, that's horrible. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me just connect with Walter. Oh, that's a good question. Is his potential home suitable for him? As soon as I wrote that, I'm seeing a big soccer ball. Like, I know you play with him with smaller balls, but I'm seeing a big soccer ball, like just, which is almost as big as him. I feel like as long as they play with him, like as long as they're going to continue with the plays very important, plays how I learn, plays how I want to learn, and lovely family, but I feel unsure. Ultimately, you need to trust your gut, because no one knows the animals better than you do. What I'm seeing from Buster is Walter, is I need to have that physical play daily. And if they're not prepared to do that, then I don't want to go. I'm not the type. Oh, he has a hoolie roller with a ball inside. Oh, okay, that's cool. Right, so that's a big ball. Interesting, there you go. So if this family, from what I'm feeling from him, because that is so important to him, if his family aren't prepared to do that and ask the question, and you will feel whether they're giving you the actual truth or whether it's just an intention and they won't commit to that, then I would hold off. Because if they're not prepared to give him that, he's going to come out with, this is probably where the weeing's coming into it, he's going to come out with behavioral issues because he's not getting what he needs in life. And that is his number one, motivator, happiness, all rolled into one. For him, it's very simple. This is what I want to do. Obviously, I love my food, but I want to do this. And that's one thing that's coming through majorly for him. So if they're not prepared to do that, and now that I'm saying it's not just once a day, it's we're doing twice a day, he's going to be a lot of fun for the right family. And it's going to be because they're going to need to get outside as well. But if they're not prepared to do that, and if you don't feel like they're telling you the absolute truth when you ask that, I would just take a step back. Because that's his number one request for a new home. So there you go. That's what I'm feeling with him. Now I'm just going to see what the messages. Okay, so they have multiple dogs and I'm worried he may get into trouble. He absolutely needs to exercise every day or his mind fills up. Okay. He has settled down home on my own, but my Ted really doesn't like him. I'm hesitant, to be honest, because That being said, I have multiple dogs in my home as well, but there's some that just need more exercise daily, and if they're just not prepared to do that, hold off for another family. That's his number one request, and that's what his priority in a new home will be. Ted may just have to put up with him for a little bit longer. I really appreciate this. This all makes sense. Thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, and so there was a dog. Carrie crossed over the Rainbow Bridge hoping he is doing well. Okay, let's go back to this photo. This one. Oh, there's another one. Mish. Cool. Here he is. This is Scout. Did Scout have something to do with this part of his body? The reason why I asked that is because before I even looked at his photo and you said that he's passed, if he's happy, I was getting a reference to that area. So it'd be interesting to see if that was something that was obvious when he was here. Scout. Let me just write his name down. Oh, honey. Okay. Now, I could sit here, everyone say, yes, he's doing well, they're all doing well. They are all doing well when they're in spirit, but we need something more than that, don't we? Because it's so easy for people to say that. He obviously had itchy skin at some point because I'm starting to get itchy as soon as I'm looking at your message. So there's something to do with that, just when he was alive. And even he's getting itchy. And I'm getting like more of a muscular pain here on my shoulder blades side. It could have been something actually that happened there. That was even a surgery or something that was there on that side of his body. Yeah. It's funny because I wrote down Rainbow Bridge Scout, and he's like, it's not a rainbow bridge. It's more of a, and I'm going to explain to you what he showed me, not just because it's like, oh, there's no rainbow bridge, because everyone call it what you want. It's the best place. It's more of an area where there would be that, like, I know what he's saying. I don't need a bridge. It's not a bridge that I need to cross. It's just I'm there. And there are others with him as well. There's at least two others. So I'm here and there's two here. Two other animals with him. Do you have something to do with rabbits or something like that? Because I'm seeing one in the distance with him. Rabbits, hares, very similar animals, but definitely not the same. Oh, mouth cancer and spinal deterioration. That's probably where it was spinal. That's probably why he had that pain there. Poor baby. Oh, it's horrible when they pass of cancer. I personally know, and it's not fun. He used to chase rabbits or something. There's something to do with that. I don't know. What is that? I feel like he would bounce. I'm going to say pounce. I get a bounce and a pounce. When obviously not when I was Jake and Macro dogs. Okay, that's who he's with. There you go. Interesting. I'd see a pounce, which you wouldn't associate a pounce with a German Shepherd. I wouldn't anyway. But I feel like that's when he was truly happy, acting like a puppy. And it was a cute little pounce, but he's not a little dog. Why is that? That's funny. I don't feel like he yes. I don't feel like he was actually really aware of the size of him. I feel like he wasn't possibly that personal space and that hey, I'm a big German Shepherd, really, it was like didn't even occur to him. Didn't see himself as a big dog. That's what I'm trying to say. That's funny. The pounce, he just keeps referring me to the pounce, and I feel like that's what he keeps doing now. Okay, what else do we got? Oh, playing ball with the kids. Oh, that is so cute. What is that? You still have something of his, though. And when I say that, it's like it's not on display. I'm seeing something away in a corner. It's still there, maybe not wanting to be looked at, but he's referring me to a corner of a room where there's something of his. And that's where he's like, he just wants to acknowledge that. Okay, what does that refer to? I'm not sure. Okay, not at all. I don't know which one that refers to. Maybe just pop that in the chat. Oh, not at all. Now I know. Sorry. It's like he just tapped me on the head. Not at all. He didn't understand his size. That makes sense. Takes me a while. It doesn't take them a while. It takes me a while. He didn't understand, didn't see himself as a German Shepherd. Right. Okay. See, he had to tell me that because it's not in the chat. That's so funny. Okay, so his football's in the corner of his room. Okay, there you go. So Carrie, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, your name. What I'm like, to sum up from Scout, he's aware that you have his things. He can see the funny side of things. He's still with his, he's got friends. He can bring through his personality through me, who I've never met him. So he can still bring through his personality and is aware that you still have his things. So he wants to bring through that he still knows what's going on in your life. He's obviously having fun where he is. Don't know why he kept mentioning that he didn't need a bridge. Maybe he just was like happy just to go, because maybe in the end it was a lot of pain and he was happy to go. But all in all, like, for him to bring through these things, it's for me sums up how he strong he is in spirit, and how he wants to just let you know that this is how he's letting you know that he's happy in spirit. So I hope that makes sense to you. Now, I do believe there's another picture in there, and I don't want to miss anyone. Okay. I've read your comment, Heidi, and if I have time, I'll go back to it. Right, where are we? Oh, this is it. Here we go. Let me just check there wasn't another one I missed. Okay, so Mish, I may just have to pop to the other one because okay. I'm going to read that out actually because it's confirmation. So anyone who watched me last week when we were speaking about Tuxie, Mish has put some confirmation in the chat. So if you're in the chat, go have a look at photos of Tuxie, the obviously black and white cat. And Mish wrote, last week after the call where you picked up an issue on the side of Tuxie's mouth after the full mouth extraction, I noticed that he didn't come for dinner. He loves his food. I figured out maybe an infection, so we've put him on antibiotic, and for this week, and he's out a lot more again. So there you go. So Tuxie brought through that message for Mish, and it helped get resolved. So thank you for that confirmation. I appreciate that, and I hope he's doing a lot better. Where are we? Gunther. Here we go. This is the other one. Gunther. Have you heard from Gunther? Oh, Gunther. Why do I keep saying his name? Let's see, does he have multiple personalities? Sorry, that's... Here we go. What are we doing, babes? It's funny that I say babes because I feel like he was definitely your babe in arms is how I'm feeling it. But I'm not meaning just like arms. I mean arms, like he was, this is my mama, that type thing. What I keep hearing, he lived up to his name. What does Gunther mean in what does that mean? Like, I'm going to say, like, you know how sometimes we have, like, I'll give you an example using my pet, so I'm not picking on anyone. I have a pet named Sherman, and he acts like a Sherman. He, like, if you think of a Sherman, you think, like, dopey, kind of gets on benches, even though he's a dog. He acts like a cat, that type of thing. But with Gunther, I think that, like, what I'm getting from him is that type of similarity. It's like if you think of a Gunther in your where you are, I feel like that you're not in Australia. Is that correct? He's definitely typical to his name. Now, I'm getting the reference to with him dried food. And that doesn't mean just kibble. I'm talking dried food, dehydrated food. Is that something you should give him? Could be a treat, but I'm seeing dehydrated food. I'm also getting a headache on this side of my head with Gunther, right here. So I feel like that's something that he would feel when he was like, that's something he felt in physical form, right there. And rhythm of heart, how was that? Because I'm feeling it a little bit differently here. So I'm feeling with Gunther. I'm getting the song Freedom by George Michael. Why is he bringing that through? Let me see. Whoops. Don't want to get rid of the chat. That's not going to help me. Okay, we'll see if that makes sense. I'll wait for a message to be popped in the chat. Heidi, with Honey, you have something up high. You've put something away up high of hers. It feels like it's almost as if I know you want everything close to you, but there's one thing that you've put up high, and it's like she wants you to get that down. And I'm talking like you have to get up on something in a cupboard to put it up. There's something in there away that you've put away that she wants out, and it's hers. It's like, it's mine. I want it out. Not that she was demanding, but it just feels like do you have a blanket closet or something up top? Feels like there's something away. You may have not known it's up there, misplaced or something. There's something up high. It's funny because the other one was down low in a corner. He's football, and Honey's like, there's something you've put away up high, and it's like, I want you to get it out. Could even be her sleeping blanket up there, because I keep referring to blankets. It's like, I want those down. I want you to get those down so you can snuggle up to them. I'd be very interested to see if they still have her scent on them. There you go. There's a message that just came through while I'm waiting for Gunther to pop in. Okay, let me have a look. Sorry, guys. I'm at that age where everything I have to squint now. Generation X are officially old, and I'm part of that. Let's see. Top of the car seat onto the cupboard. The car seat would have her scent on it. I think that's what you need at the moment. I think that's what she's trying to get you to have. Where are we? Now, you have a Christmas outfit for Gunther, or something to do with Christmassy. I don't know why it's not Christmas. It's not going to be Christmas for another, 8 months? 10 months? 10 months? 10 months. Quick math, Nicole. That's important. He's like telling you now it's important. And I want that. What is with these dogs and these animals demanding things out? Come on, guys. You're welcome, Heidi. Where are we? This is weird. Why do we have toenails? I'm seeing with Gunther a little tube or something that has either like baby teeth or toenails, or there's something to do with that. There's something that we have of Gunther that's in a secure little cylinder or a little container. There's something to do with that. Now, don't get weirded out, everyone, because some people do that. And I think it's quite normal, obviously, because you love them. that I'm getting a reference to that. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays in. Oh, so Rochelle, okay, so Grace's message, yes, Gunther was my baby, my sidekick, and my little shadow. Here we go. He had a lot of human food, but always had dried kibble. I miss him so much. Oh. Okay, and Jim's put a couple of dogs in there. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That face is just beautiful. I'm wondering if Tick is happy he's getting old. Okay, I think Tick. Sorry, I'm bouncing around a bit. Knee with Tick. What's that? I'm feeling that within his body. That's annoying me. We're all getting old. It's part of the life, but I'm getting a reference to that. And I feel like I'm getting slower at getting up. But I don't want you to feel sorry for me. That's the sort of feeling I'm getting through on that. But let me just go through. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like someone's tapping me like I'm missing something. Hang on. Oh, okay. So Gunther is in spirit. Let me have a look. Okay, so what I feel from Gunther is we need to have something celebrating with him. There needs to be... Is his birthday coming up? Something to do with that? I feel like we need to celebrate that. That's going to help you deal with him. And whether it be, you don't have to have like a massive, obvious celebration, but he wants to be acknowledged on his birthday. So that's a way that you can bring him back to your side because they celebrate too. Why would they not celebrate? So that's something that he wants you to know. So it'll be interesting to see if his birthday is coming up. All right. Is that a German short-haired pointer? I love them. Okay, so I'm assuming Tick is the one on the right side. That knee just keeps coming up with me. The joints keeps coming up with me. So, but I'm also getting, again, I don't want you to make allowances for me. I don't want you to pity me. Why are we pitying? Why do we have this feeling of that? I do get a bit of a fed up feeling. I'm not going to lie with him, but I'm certainly not getting that feeling with him. You know, I know that's overly dramatic, but it's kind of like, will you just get on with things? I don't know why he's saying that. I'm just what I'm feeling from him. And Rochelle Frank. He does not look as old as he is. That's actually interesting. Now that Rochelle, that I can see his photo, I'm really glad I didn't see his photo. But at the same time, he doesn't look as old as he was because he looks young there. That's really cool. I love that. Probably kept your mum young as well. Do we have a bit of argy-bargy sometimes with these two dogs, Jim? I don't know. It's just kind of like I want this and I want that, and just can you just not that type of? And I'm not talking aggression, but I'm just talking like that type thing. Sorry, I'm very animated, everyone, and that's just sorry, guys. You're just going to put up with it. No, so even though I have seen the photo, Rochelle, I'm still going to stand by what I said earlier in the show. I do feel like he was older than May. He looked extremely young, and what is his what's the secret? We want to know because I think we need to know that. Oh, okay. And Grace has brought up about Gunther. Thank you so much. You're very welcome. His birthday is coming up. He would have been turning 17. So there's confirmation that his birthday is coming up. So I would still celebrate. Have a cheers to him. You know, acknowledge his birthday because why not? We would do it if he was here, and it's a way that we can help celebrate him being here because it hasn't, your relationship hasn't changed. It's just as in like he's still yours. It just looks a little different now. That's all. So on that note, guys, I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I'm going to run over. So Next week, let me look up the date. We're back at 8 p.m. Eastern time, not East time. Goodness gracious. It'll be the 20th of February that I will be back on at 8 p.m. And so thank you for everyone who interacted. It was actually quite fun. And I love how the comments came through. And if you're watching on Facebook next time, please hop over to the Spirit Realm Network, which is spiritrealm.net, and check out all the other shows as well. There's mediums, we've got paranormal shows, there's like a whole heap of other shows. And so you guys, it's like if you love anything paranormal, like me, you should really check out all the other shows. But I will see you guys next week, 8 p.m. Eastern time on the 20th of February. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.